Survivor Boston is back.
For the fourth time, 17 college students are starting the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm Swetha. I'm from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, and I'm a senior marketing communications major. I'm a pretty competitive person. During orientation, we do the strengths test where we list out like our top 5 strengths, and my number 1 strength is competition. So you can tell I love this kind of stuff. I love doing these challenges, competing, and I also just like to meet new people, which is hard to do when you're a senior.
My name is Anissa. I'm from Pennsylvania and I'm a journalism major. Journalism majors are made for this game because usually people view us as honest, and we're really good at interviewing people and getting information from others. So that's really helpful. And I can say the alphabet backwards. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJHGFEDCBA. It doesn't come in handy.
I'm Marlon. I'm a theater and performance major, and I'm from New York. In high school, I did track and field, and I did taekwondo. I consider myself pretty athletic, so I feel like any challenge that has to do with me like running around, I think I'd do pretty decent.
My name is Brady Baca. I use he series pronouns. I like to say I'm from both Texas and Singapore, although really I was born in Ohio, but I don't like to talk about that. And I'm a theater and performance major. I think people can really underestimate, like even as like a college student, like how political I can get. My first week here, I went campaigning for Ayanna Pressley, who's now our Congresswoman-elect for Massachusetts 7th District. I'm currently working on Jay Gonzalez's Democratic campaign for governor. Theater and politics, having experience in both, is very useful in Survivor. Both teach you, how to sort of sell and convince people of your views.
I'm Hector. I also go as Big H. My major is VMA. I want to do writing for television, and I'm from Miami, Florida. So I was playing a game. I don't know if I should say it on camera. I was playing a drinking game, and a stranger yelled out the name, "Go Big H!" And I was like, that kind of sticks. I like that. So my friends started calling me that this year. My biggest fear going into Survivor is that like people are gonna be fake to me like all the time. Like every time I talk to someone, I always have in the back of my head like, are they telling the truth? Like, are they trying to set me up? Like, who's lying to me, who's not? So I just have to really keep in my mind that people could be lying to me at any moment of the game.
What they don't expect is that this season will introduce a brand new twist that will test how much they're willing to risk in order to win it all.
I could tell as soon as you got into that room that everyone was just trying to be like, all right, like I have to be friendly now, like I have to make sure that people like me because they're all going to determine how far I'm going to go in this game. So like right off the bat, everyone was like playing the game immediately.
They must learn to adapt or they'll be voted out. In the end, only one will remain to claim the title of sole survivor.
87 days, 17 people, 1 survivor.
So, welcome to Survivor Boston Season 4. We are very excited to get this season started. This season is called Survivor Boston Palamedes. And we'll explain what that means. So, Palamedes was a Greek mythological figure who apparently invented the idea of gambling. And so that's what this season is sort of based around. It's all based around risk.
I think it might be Palamedes.
Just
Oh, Palamedes.
I think it is.
Should I redo this? Thank you. No, I Oh wait, what did you say? I'm gonna quit now. I'm gonna head out.
I'm Hallie. I'm a theater and performance major, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I really enjoy telling stories and being around people and having a community, and I don't know. Oh no, I do know. It's a lot of fun for me, and I don't want to spend any time not having fun and being joyful.
So I'm just gonna say this for the cameras. This season is called Survivor Boston Palamedes. That's it.
Great.
So you in the yellow, Maddie, yeah.
Yes.
So if you want to just like say, what do you think of the other people in the room right now?
That is a very different question. The first one. I mean, I haven't really gotten to know everyone yet, but so far I feel like I like that we're all different majors. I feel like I'm learning a lot about what other people do, and yeah, having fun so far. So I came out to play Survivor Boston because it's something that I've seen a lot of people at this school doing, and I felt like I've thought about this show and similar shows to it for a while and what my strategy would be, and I feel like this is kind of that chance to play out that strategy and see if I'm as good as I think I am when I watch the show.
So the cast will officially start at 17 people. The 18th person had to drop out last minute.
We just heard.
So congratulations, y'all made final 17. You guys ready to get to your first twist of the season?
Oh no.
Just got here. There's nothing to twist. So you can take us out here.
There's plenty of twists. So this season, in addition to the immunity challenge, there is another challenge that you have the option to compete in every week. This challenge is called the Temple of Risk Challenge. With our whole season surrounding an idea of gambling and taking risks, we decided to add a challenge that pretty much is just that. It is a gamble. In this challenge, every week there will be one winner who will earn an advantage and a loser who gets a disadvantage. This challenge will always be optional every week, so it is up to you whether you compete in it or not. But every time you do compete in it, you run the risk of getting a disadvantage in the game.
Yes, so without further ado, we're going to actually jump into our first Temple of Risk challenge. We're not going to tell you what the challenge is, right? Yeah, we're not going to tell you what the challenge is. We're just going to ask whoever wants to compete in this Temple of Risk challenge, step forward now.
Awesome. Take like 2 more steps forward, just so it's... All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people.
So I chose to play like immediately. I didn't really hesitate. I think I stepped forward right away. I was really excited to start doing something Survivor related, and I knew I didn't want to sit on the sidelines for the first challenge in front of everyone.
All right, so we got Hector, Max, Marlon, Jess, Hallie, Anna, Anissa, Madison, and Finn, all competing in the Temple of Risk challenge. The rest of you guys are just gonna watch, see what happens.
When they told us what the Temple of Risk was, they asked us, okay, like we're doing the first one right now, and I was like, wow, that's so fast. But I decided to do it just in case, because I was like, if I win, like I can always have an advantage, and I might as well, like if I have an opportunity to compete, I'm gonna compete. So I went for it.
When deciding whether I wanted to participate in that, I immediately just said I would do it. I immediately just stepped forward because it was a very like spur of the moment thing. I want to be able to get an advantage if that is possible. Like I might as well take that risk because it's the first day. I don't know what it's going to be, so I might as well like feel it out and try it.
Today's Temple of Risk challenge is very simple. We'll be giving each of you 2 balls. All you have to do is get the 2 balls into the basket. We'll be doing it in waves. So we'll start with 5 people. 2 people from that will move on. Then we'll go to the other 4 will play. 2 people from that will move on, and then those 2 pairs will compete. There will actually be 2 winners coming out of this, and then after that, the last person to do it from each wave. Those 2 will compete, and then the loser of that will get the disadvantage. All right, so 5 people closest to me, Marlon, Max, Madison, Anna, Finn, you guys will be starting.
All right. I honestly thought I didn't really have too much to lose, especially since it was the first Temple of Risk, so I felt like the stakes weren't too high, so I was willing to do it.
Survivors ready, first Temple of Risk challenge. Go!
This is so funny.
Honestly, I was feeling pretty confident, but once I started doing the challenge, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of hard.
Oh.
Madison has one in. Madison moving on to the next round. We got room for one more.
Oh, that's okay, Marlon.
Oh, Emma's got it. Yeah, Emma's moving on. Now we have to go.
Oh my God.
There's a loser.
No.
You can put your. Thank you.
You guys line us off.
I'm like super nervous during this because like I really think that I could do better at the challenge, but especially with a season full of twists, I think it's going to be super important moving forward to get these advantages, especially when maybe certain alliances aren't really going to work out. So it's good to have like something else on your side that you can sort of control.
It's okay, Marlon.
Max will not be moving on, but he is safe from the disadvantage.
I did it. I volunteered. I luckily didn't lose, though I didn't win. Nothing happened to me. The pros of playing were I get out there in front of people start remembering me at least in a good way as someone who's really willing to take risks. And as long as I don't lose, I show that I can at least take care of myself in a challenge.
Good job.
Finn almost has it. Marlon got one in early on, but hasn't secured the second one. Finn is safe. Marlon, you will be competing in the rounds to see who gets the disadvantage. Now, can the other 4 people please come forward? We'll get rid of this one. All right, you guys know the drill. Survivors ready? Go. Nice.
Yes, Anissa.
Allie has one in.
Oh, that was so close.
That's close. Around the edge.
In the moment, I was like, oh, why would I risk it? And it's the first day, it doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, well, it's the first day, so I don't have anything to lose yet. I'm not on a team, so I can play for me. So, you know what, why not? So I took a step forward when they asked. I used to be really big into sports, which I think feeds into my competitive aspect and my strategy aspect as well. I mean, I'm very much an artist and I present myself that way. Everybody knows me as an actor, but I played soccer for 9 years and I did swim team for 7, I did karate for 4 years, so I actually used to be like really big into sports, which is something a lot of people don't know about me.
Oh, that's gotta get vibe. Allie moving on. Move your basket. Hector's got none in, Jess has got none in. Lisa got one right up. Hey, Hector has 2 in. Hector's moving on. Now we are playing for a loser. Jess has 1 in and we are tied up. Lisa had it at the beginning. Jess starting. And Lisa has it in, which means that Jess and Marlon will be competing to see who gets the disadvantage.
And then it ended up that it was me and Marlon in the bottom 2, so it was pretty nerve-wracking. It was kind of a shock to me to be like, oh, going forward for these Temple of Risk challenges, I have to be more careful about, oh yeah, I can lose, whatever, but it's not just losing, whatever, there's more at stake there.
All right, this is for the disadvantage. You do not want to get this. Survivors ready? Go.
You got it.
Sorry.
Nope. You got it. Focus.
It's a simple challenge.
It's really simple. It's not like complicated.
It's not complicated.
Fall into the trash can. Oh, you got it. Good job, good job. Come on, Marlon.
Marlon! Down to the wire here. Which means that Marlon, you will be getting the disadvantage.
It's okay.
It's fine.
You will know about it in the near future.
I'll work through it.
Now, can we get the people competing for the advantage? Survivors ready. Go.
Stay focused. Nice job.
Allie has one in. Allie's on a roll. We just need 2 winners. Once we have that, we'll stop the challenge. A lot less frantic in this round. Oh! Is that it?
Good job. Does that count?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Anna and Madison will be getting the advantage. Allie and Hector, very close. Good news though, you don't get any sort of disadvantage.
It was cool, and I was glad that I got to volunteer this first out and just got to start the game on the first day and kind of took that risk because I'm not usually a super risk taker, but I'm glad that I took it.
All right, first things first, Marlon. This is for you. It's up to you whether or not you share this with anybody else.
That's your disadvantage.
All right. And we have our 2 winners step forward for half a set. There we go. So there are 2 parts to this advantage. The first one we'll talk about now. You guys get to be the 2 team captains for the tribes. We will be doing tribes this season as a schoolyard pick.
It turns out we're doing schoolyard picks. Now, I am a green mulleted twink at Emerson College, so I think based off of my demographic, you can imagine that schoolyard picks were not enjoyable for me when I was in K through 12.
We'll let y'all play rock, paper, scissors, and for your choice of color, and if you get to go
Why
first.
don't I announce what these are? So
Yeah.
one tribe is going to be Photia, which is the Greek word for fire. If I'm
We hope.
You'll be wearing maroon. The other tribe is Katai, which comes from the Greek word kataigita, which is the Greek word for storm, and you'll have gray. All right, so rock, paper, scissors.
Wait, do we say like what we want? Or like
Unless you guys both.
This is for first pick. For first pick.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
All right, so Anna's gonna be first pick. Which color do you want?
I'll take fire. Or red, maroon.
I ended up being one of the team captains, which was crazy, and I don't really know how to feel about that and what to expect with that.
So here's how it's gonna work. Once you guys pick your first person, that person's gonna pick the next person. So you're only picking the first person on your tribe. Girls will be picking guys, guys will be picking girls. There's gonna be one person who's not gonna be picked for the tribe since we have 17 now. That person will not be on the tribe for the first tribal council. They will join whichever tribe loses the first challenge. Oh. So they will be safe for the first tribal council.
Austin.
All right. Austin joining for Tia.
I chose Austin first. I chose him because he made that first impression with me. He made a good first impression because he was outgoing. I thought that he would be a fun person to have on the team and also someone who's smart and strategic.
That's a good one.
Anna picked who I was going to pick first. I would have picked Austin because he seems like a really powerful player. Finn.
Alright. Finn joining Katai.
But then the second best was Finn. Finn was the most intimidating person. He always kind of looks like stoic or like plotting, and I would rather him be on my side than not on my side.
Austin, you'll be making this pick. Picking girl. Maddie joining for Tina. Finn.
Jackie.
Here, come get up. You're on your top.
Thank you.
Alright, Maddie.
Oh shoot, I forgot about this part. Zach.
Alright, Zach, you're on for Tia.
Thank you.
Jackie, it is your pick.
Anthony?
Anthony, you're on Katai.
Carly.
Carly will be joining Botia. Anthony, your pick.
Callie.
Alright, Hallie, joining Katai. It's very tense in here right now.
Max.
Alright. Alright, Max, joining Fatia.
Brady.
Brady, joining Katai.
I was really happy and surprised when Hallie picked me. Hallie's also a theater performance major. She was like my big E going into this, and so like we had that bond before, but it was still really nice to see that she chose me to be on the team anyway.
Max, your pick.
Okay, Jess.
Jess, joining Fatia.
Oh my god. I'll say Anissa?
It's Anissa.
Anissa, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anissa, you're joining Katai. Alright, so if we were doing it where you'd be picking guys next, then Swetha would be the one not being picked for a tribe, but you guys can pick anybody you want, so it can be a guy or a girl. Up to you.
Swetha.
Alright, Swetha, joining Fatia.
I was looking forward and I was like, okay, I've already got Austin and Maddie on my team. And I know that Austin and Swetha are really good friends outside of this game. And they did enter the room together, which is something that I found really peculiar. So I was thinking if I could get Austin and Swetha, me and Maddie to be like a power quad, that we could kind of dominate this game.
We're down to Marlon and Hector. One of you will join a tribe. One of you will not.
Big H.
Alright. Joining Katai.
Really sorry.
Alright.
Safe though.
Yeah, safe.
All right. So Marlon, clearly not been a fantastic day. So
Nah.
how are you feeling right now? First, you get the disadvantage. Second, not picked for a tribe.
Oh, you asked me how I'm
Yeah, how
feeling?
you
Listen, that's alright. It's the beginning. I'm gonna bounce back. It's alright. I'm still feeling good about it.
All right, Marlon. So at this point, we are going to ask you to leave. You will return in time for the next immunity challenge, where you will find out what tribe you are on, so you can grab your stuff and head out.
Got you.
And we will reach out for
Peace
confessions.
out, guys.
Good luck.
The schoolyard pick did not go well for me. I think they picked people based on the challenge, and because I lost the challenge, like I got last place, I was not picked. I was pretty shook when I was leaving the room. I was like, dang, I guess maybe this is just like a bad omen or something like that.
I think names, yeah. Okay,
We're gonna give you guys
Jackie.
I'm Finn. Big H.
Big A.
Since I knew Madison going into this, like, I was really excited. Big H, he looks like he's a strong competitor. Brady and Nissa, even though they're both freshmen, I feel like they have a lot of potential. I wasn't like really into Finn being on my team. Before we were put into tries before the Temple of Risk, I was talking to Zach, just, making small talk. And I'm assuming Finn and Zach know each other because Finn just came into the conversation, talked to Zach, immediately kicked me out of it. And I was just standing there like with my arms crossed, like looking at them like, okay, yeah, this is fine. I feel good now. And it was just, that was like not a cool move. But I'm like, you know what, he's on my team. I have to go with the flow of it.
Brady.
Hallie.
Anissa.
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 Madison.
What's your name again?
Jackie.
Jackie. Finn. Big H.
Big H.
Brady.
Hallie.
Anissa.
Madison. Anthony.
I definitely feel nervous about Katai. There are a lot of people that I knew ended up going to Fatia. I was definitely less comfortable with the people in Katai minus Jackie because I do know her.
This is what I do at our camp that I do when we do head photos. We all lie down on the ground and get our heads. It's like a circle around the middle.
When we started talking as a team, I trusted them a little more, but I'm still not sure how we would be able to like perform as a team.
It's also just like a fun, like little spicy name. It's like, yeah, except Greek. Greek and not Italian.
That tribe was like, I knew almost everyone on that tribe. We are gonna win every week because we're strong players. I picked Maddie. We got Zach Honer, who also is a really strong player, very smart person. Swetha, she was ready to go. And then when we got Jess on our team, I was like so happy because I feel like that was really like the power team. And so I felt like it was almost a little bit of unfairness just because I felt like that was gonna really be a team that plowed through the challenges. Just because we all immediately were also on the same page. We met and we were like, we all love this team.
That first challenge was already
I'm hot, sweaty.
Maroon is the color. Maroon is the color. I definitely think that the way that we chose the tribes was like a little savage, but I liked it. I am someone who was chosen near the end, but I got chosen into Fatia, which I love. Like I can feel like the first day already there's all these tensions in the room. Everyone is really nice, but has their own agenda.
All right, so first we're just gonna get a nice little temperature feel for your tribe. Swetha, how are you feeling about your tribe?
I love my tribe. We're gonna kill this, you guys.
Awesome. All right, Jackie, how do you think your tribe stacks up against the other tribe?
I think, it's hard to say so far. I think we both got strong teams, but I'm really feeling good about the storm. And I feel very powerful, much like a storm. Okay.
So captains, you might be wondering what the second part of this advantage was and the main part of this advantage. Charlie is going to hand you a sheet of paper real quick and a pen. On this piece of paper, and at this point we're going to ask nobody to talk. On this paper, you are going to write down 2 names of people on the other tribe. If you don't know their names, you can write a little description of them. And these 2 people will switch tribes. You can also include the other captain on this list. They are not immune from this.
So, for you guys, when you guys are going to write this down, you have to do it in private, so go somewhere else in this room. And then once you write them down, cover it up, hide it, and we'll reveal it at the same time. All right, so at this point, there's no talking. You guys are just gonna decide the 2 people.
So y'all can go to like opposite corners.
Oh my god. Wow. This is so rude.
Yep. No one is happy. I can tell.
Alright, I will take your pen, and then...
Go ahead and fold it up a little more.
Yeah.
And just head back to your tribe. Alright.
Alright, we will start with Madison, right?
Yeah.
I got names, guys.
Go ahead and unfold the paper and then reveal.
Okay, so mine was Austin and Jess.
Austin and Jess. Remove your buffs, you can leave them.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, leave them on the ground.
You can jump over.
That's the saddest I've ever seen.
Alright, Hannah?
Madison and Finn.
Oh my god.
Bye, guys.
Oh, she took the captain.
Well, it went through my mind that Anna might write my name down. I really didn't want her to. I did not want that. I liked my tribe. When she picked my name, at least she picked Finn too.
So Madison and Finn, go ahead and pick up your new buff. Same with Austin and Jess.
Yeah, democracy.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, so we now have our finalized tribes. That is it for today. You will have an immunity challenge first thing tomorrow. Alright, grab your stuff, head on out. You guys are done for today.
So we're walking out of our first day of Survivor.
Hey. It was a lot. I just got taken off my team.
I don't really know anyone on the team that well, other than Finn. Everyone else I kind of have never met before, so the worry is they'll be like, oh, we don't know this one guy, vote him off. I'm a journalism major. Just something that's so important with a journalist is being comfortable with the person you're interviewing. Being able to talk to them and get comfortable with them, that ability is, I feel, already helped me in the game.
Hey, but she joined the better one.
You can't say stuff like that. They'll get you for it. Just kidding. I'm already suspicious of everybody.
I know, me too.
We're all spies. Everyone's a spy.
I think we're particularly worried about Austin a little bit.
We miss
like
our-
he knows what he's doing.
He knows a lot of people.
But we have other seniors, so we're gonna be okay.
No, we got this.
I was just really surprised about how friendly everyone was. Walking in, I was just like, wow, everyone's so open to getting to know you. Everyone wants to know everything about you. My biggest fear coming into Survivor is probably that I think one thing is gonna happen and then the complete opposite happens. I think that's what I'm afraid of. I really like to know
I want it to be something that I expect. Like, I'm really afraid of the unknown. I like to know things. I like answers. And I think just like the unknown aspect of it is just like my worst fear. Like, I feel like I'm gonna go into tribal council thinking like, I'm safe, like, I'm not getting voted off, and then like, you're just gonna pull my name like over and over again and I'm just gonna cry. So.
Fatia for the win. We got this.
Fatia for the win. The thing that I noticed in that room is that every single person is good at this game because of the fact that there wasn't everyone was very observant. I noticed because I was observing, and like when we were all talking before, when we didn't do the risk taking challenge, and we were all talking and Austin was talking a lot, other people were being really quiet, and I could tell they were like listening and like getting a feel for what other people were saying.
Like Carly
and what's his name? Anthony? Like, I think that he's gonna be a very like
observant
player.
I felt like our tribe was close, but at least in my head, I was like, if we lose, I'm not afraid to cut any of you. A common misconception when it comes to these games is that some people are weak, and the way that I see it, I don't think there's any such thing as a weak player, but I think that every player has weaknesses. So being perceptive and able to observe people, you can figure out what those weaknesses are and how you can use that to better your game.
I picked Carly like when we were doing the tribe picks because it was becoming like a really strong group, and I was like, okay, I'll pick someone like we don't really know, just in case that helps like with decisions and like mixing things up. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. She seems really cool and really nice. I just feel like she's probably good at this game.
My biggest fear is that I'm gonna play too hard, too fast, because I want to be adaptable, but I also want to make moves at the same time. And I think that's gonna be really hard because, especially if I see something and other people don't, it's hard to stand by and do nothing. So trying to make moves, but in a way where I don't expose myself as a really strong player.
I don't know. The other thing about with me and you is that we're different years, and I feel like that'll help us in terms of swaying people one way or the other.
And in terms of people not suspecting.
I like have a big love of reality television. I feel like I know how people come across in those games and how they can be edited, which is cool and interesting to me. Also love the game Survivor, like die-hard fan, which I haven't been telling people because I'm trying to keep that on the back burner for now. I'm definitely devious and not subtle about it. Like, I think people are gonna know I'm not a good enough actor to be like, I'm dumb, like I know nothing. Like it'll be clear that I'm like playing the game and know the game, but I think I know enough about Survivor that I'll be able to also at the same time make people think they can trust me a lot. Hopefully.
Our cooperation.
Our cahoots.
Our cahoots.
Okay, we just had our first filming session.
And
nobody knows we're friends. Nobody knows that we know each other.
And we're on opposite teams.
We're on opposite teams. Initially, he was on my team,
and then they took you away.
They twisted us. When I started making the tribe, I didn't want to pick Anthony because I felt it would be beneficial if he were on the tribe opposite me. We talked about that. Right when I switched in, I was pretty freaked out just because it was a lot all at once, and it was new people I had to connect with. Since I talked to Anna, that made me feel comfortable. Like, we had a decent connection. It wasn't that different than being on the other tribe. It was just like, okay, now there are new people, and now I have to get to know them, and like, I feel like this is still a good tribe.
How did you feel when you got switched?
Honestly, I was really salty at first because Austin seems like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, 100%.
Like, Austin seems like
now that
he will be shady.
Now that we have Austin and Jess.
Yeah.
Like, what are we called again? Katai? Katai is gonna be fucking strong. And
that's scary.
Okay, but can I say, because we were talking about this on the way, we don't think it was a smart move for them to take you.
Why?
Because I feel like in their head they have like this idea, oh, now we have 2 captains, now we're unstoppable.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, it was like a captain thing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that the dynamic of the team will be stronger because of that.
Exactly.
Because I took their 2 strong players for my team, but then they took me. So, like, that, I don't know. And I mean, Finn is strong too, so I feel like they got Finn, so.
I was so mad. I was pissed that she took Madison away from us. Since I knew Madison going into this, like, we kind of formed an alliance, and like after that we talked. I think Anna switching Madison to that try, now having 2 captains, I feel like it was sort of a power move. And in the sense that like Anna really wasn't, but I don't know, because I don't think Anna was thinking in the moment. I feel like Fatia has a lot of big personalities on their tribe.
It's gonna be fun. It'll be interesting.
Did you make plans with your team yet?
Yeah, our team is going to get breakfast tomorrow.
So are we.
Oh, tea.
At first, it was like, it kind of like kicked me in the gut. I was like, dang, this game is kind of no joke. So the disadvantage I got was, so I got a little slip of paper, and on the paper it said that in one of the first 3 tribals I go to, I cannot vote, basically. And what that means is that, well, it just means that when I go into a battle, I have to decide which one of those first 3 tribals, I have to decide which one I cannot vote in. I think if I get it out of the way, like the no vote thing out of the way, I think that it won't be too much of a bother for me. I think I just have to let the right people know what my disadvantage is, so I'm safe.
Hey. Hi. Alright, so we're on the same team. Yep. Feeling good about it. I'm glad I picked her as opposed to Shweta, because like she's nice, but like it's just I didn't want to be the only freshman.
Yeah, we're both freshmen, and freshmen's definitely a minority in this game.
Yeah.
So we kind of got to stick together. I love my tribe. When we got Austin and Jess, I looked around and I loved everyone on the team because I wasn't sure about a lot of people on the other team. Like, couldn't really read them that well, but I really like my tribe. Like, I was very happy once the swaps were made. I forgot who left my team, but I like the people who were added, and I think we have a really good group of people. I don't know, I'm like more comfortable with people on our team than on the other team.
Definitely, that's what I was feeling.
I just feel like I can read them better. They seem more like straightforward and honest.
Yeah.
Whereas the other team, there were some people that I was like, I don't really know like your true colors.
Right. Like, I got good vibes from Hallie and, well, Hallie picked her.
Hallie, she's the one with like the curly hair.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a theater kid like
Got
me,
it.
so like we got that bond.
Jess was cool.
Yeah, Jess was cool.
She's just very like outspoken.
Jackie's here. She's like Austin's friend.
I don't know how I feel about Jackie.
I mean, she's in my building, and I've spoken with her, so I like her. We both of us sat out and like we talked and bonded a bit because I found out she was into
Good.
and so I can talk to her, see how she's feeling because
6 in the morning.
Yeah, I think we have that bond. So like I think
You and
that
Jackie?
yeah, like a little bit, and I feel like that might count for a lot right now. So it's the first day. I picked Anissa to be on the team, and I spent a long time agonizing. Though I'm glad I picked her because she can be like the sort of sacrificial freshman. I'll be the one they like bring along because they don't think I can win, but I can. We'll have to wait and see. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like
Because if we win, we won't even have to worry about it. Oh my god, there are idols hitting.
fuck.
Dude, I totally forgot.
Let me just.
Dude.
Excited for tomorrow. Hope we win the challenge. If not, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna rally Hallie, Austin, and Jackie. And I don't know, maybe I'll pull in Hector or Anthony. Oh, he likes to be called Big H. I guess maybe we could vote him out if we had to, but I don't know, because he has that like sort of quirky name thing going on that could get annoying, but he hasn't done anything to like make himself annoying yet, you know? First, I would like to get him annoying because I don't know. Then it just keeps me another spot away from the bottom, and I kind of have to sort of play a cockroach game at the beginning, I think. So like, just thinking ahead to the vote, like
If we have to do it.
like I want to keep Hallie for now. I feel like she'll be alright.
I like Hallie's a good one to keep around. Big H.
Big H, you and I, obviously.
Then we got the Brandeis coach.
I feel like these seniors and juniors, these upperclassmen,
really see each other as like the big competition. Like I overheard Austin just now. I was spying, and he was talking about how if I heard correctly, because I could be wrong, but I heard him saying that he and Jackie sort of see me as this sort of like naive little freshman who just doesn't want to be voted out first, and I think I'm getting perceived as kind of like ditzy and cute and naive, which is great because that's exactly my strategy. Yeah, just gonna be a weird ass paranoid green-haired freshman that nobody will suspect, but I'm gonna make sure who I want to go home goes home, who I want to stay stays, and of course that can change very quickly, but I'm gonna be at the end. This is great. I'm really enjoying this. I feel like I needed this outlet, and I'm glad I have it now. Yeah, I mean, if there was like a tribal council tonight, like, things would be... Could you imagine?
Well, no one knows how to spell my name, so...
Oh yeah, it's like...
No one's gonna vote me out because they don't know how to spell my name.
I really thought they were gonna send someone home yesterday. Like,
No, me too.
I thought
got
Marlon
so
was
scared.
going.
I was like, no.
Like, I thought when we picked teams and there were 17 of us, the second they were like, that one person just quit, I was like, okay, that person's out, and I think they're gonna kick someone.
They honestly
I'm so
sketchy
about
that for some reason.
I got picked to switch teams with Austin, so thus I am now a member of Katai, and I'm actually really happy there.
We're Starry Night Socks, and I think they kind of look like storms rather than like stars. So that's what I'm going with. That's my inspiration.
You're really going all out. I love it.
Really like fun socks.
I was a little bit surprised. I know that I tend to be a bigger personality and I introduced myself more, and so people kind of knew my name even if they didn't know who I was coming into the game, so I figured also pairing me and Austin up, we tend to both be bigger personalities, more power players.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, getting switched kind of sucked. And I was like, man, they're not gonna trust me and that's terrible. But like, now that team it already had too many cooks in the kitchen in the first place. Like, I know a lot of those people coming into this game, and they're all like really strong personalities, and they like being leaders, all of them. And so it's gonna be a hard team to like, they're all gonna butt heads a lot. Austin and Swetha are probably gonna have an alliance coming into this.
They walked into the room together.
They're like really close friends outside of the game anyway, so like they're probably gonna cross teams because like we all know merge is coming. Like,
oh yeah,
that happens eventually, and so like I'm sure that both of them will try and push each other through from opposite teams so they can make it past merge to have an alliance. So there's also that to know.
Is that like, should we be worried about that, or like, is that
I don't think that'll worry us at this point. That just means that like Austin's also got an ear on the other team, you know?
I think my game probably improved. I think I would have had a lot harder time making the mark that I'm making on my team now if I had stayed on Fotia, but I also think there would have been less of a target on my back had I stayed in that group, because there are other bigger personalities that are more important to vote off before me. Whereas if you look at the makeup of my tribe now, if I'm perceived as too much of a leader, then I can very easily have a target on my back, because Austin and I are really the only two big personalities on our team.
Alright. Cool. You guys ready to get to your first immunity challenge? Alright, so first things first. This is the not completely painted immunity statue. If you have this in your hands, you are safe. You will not be voted out of this game. This is what you need. This is what you desire. It's also really cute. In this immunity challenge, there are going to be 3 stages to it. Everybody will be assigned a certain role. That is up to y'all who takes up every single role. For the first stage, one person will have a stack of cups. The cup on the top has a yellow rim. Basically, you gotta move as quickly as possible to get that cup all the way to the bottom by just restacking. So the second the cup goes all the way down and then all the way back up to the top, you can start the next phase where 2 people will be throwing balls over that fence over there, and there will be 3 people catching it on pieces of cardboard. Once all of the balls have gone over the fence, 2 people will work on a puzzle. So we will decide our spots, we'll get started, we'll also run through the challenge real quick.
Yes.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, storms of ruin!
Storms of ruin!
Look at the sky, it's gray.
For the first immunity challenge of the season, survivors ready? Go! Both making really quick work of the cups.
Yes,
Go Brady!
It is neck and neck straight off the back. Both Maddie and Brady right on top of each other. Brady is in. Brady moving on. Katai and Fatia both moving on at the same time. We are neck and neck straight off the bat. Jackie misses. There is a learning curve to this one.
Ready?
It is all about who learns this challenge first.
Okay.
Good try.
I count it! Yes! You guys got this!
Katai has their first one. Fatia has their first ball.
Alright, ready?
We are tied 1-1 here.
Ty has the first.
Right, closer to the fence. Closer to the fence.
Use your like body
Jackie,
to
can you
like
throw that ball towards us?
Okay. Fatia has their second ball. Katai has their second ball.
Max trying to get it. Ty gets their second.
Katai has their third ball. Katai has one ball left. Fatia has one? 3. Katai has their third ball. Fatia coming around getting their puzzle pieces. Katai coming around getting their puzzle pieces.
Jess, you got this, you got this.
Both teams going around.
Good luck, there's life stains on it!
Shannon, we're gonna go around. Where Madison is, perfect. Just so it's fair.
There's an ace, S-A-S-H. I'm probably one of these two words is.
It will come to you in like a second. Once it hits, it hits. Every season.
Can we look at their board?
Yeah. Always. Both tribes just kind of looking at each other's.
Hour. I don't know. Boston?
Wait, yeah, it's one of that.
Boston. O? Is there another O?
No.
Oh, risk.
Risk it for the business. Hurry up. This is gonna do it. Hurry up. It's risk it. Let's do it.
Brisket! Brisket Katai wins immunity!
Yes! Nice job, guys! Good job!
Thank you.
Yes!
Nice.
Guys, alright, can I have someone from Katai come on over?
Yes!
Alright. Katai, you will not be going to Tribal Council. You guys will all be in the top 16 of this game. Tia, I cannot say the same for you. Tomorrow night we'll be the first Tribal Council where the first person will be voted out of Survivor Boston Season 4. You guys have the next day or two to figure out who that's going to be. You can grab your stuff, head on out.
The puzzle was tricky. That was the first time that I was able to see what my tribe was really like. Because the first day everyone is super nice, but it's hard to get a good sense of who everyone is until you see them competing in a challenge. And that's when you kind of see people's competitive sides and what they'll do to win.
Winning the first challenge of the season was so awesome. It was so neck and neck, which is why I'm so happy that we won, because like we were so close to losing, but we pulled it off. And you could just see the look on the faces of the other team, like they were so upset that they had to vote someone out.
Okay, so we are surprised that we won, but not that surprised.
Yeah. I was like the other team has really strong players.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, like I think they're gonna win the first challenge.
Yeah.
But I think after today, I feel like we all have like hidden talents on our tribe.
Jackie and I basically from the start, we basically were just kind of strategizing a little bit about how we felt about our team. We don't care if people know that we're in an alliance because it's pretty obvious. Like we're RAs in the same building and we've been RAs in the same building for 2 years. Like clearly we're gonna know each other and talk.
The only thing that I am nervous about is when we lose a challenge.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Cause I don't know, like I feel like
we could turn on each other.
We could turn on each other, and the thing is like I think we should, like I really like Jess as a team member, and so I would like if we lost, we have to make sure that we get her with us on our side.
So I don't know. So I think we should try to like get a little like maybe I don't know, like 5 of us or something that we can like strongly stick with. But yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So Brady told me that he and Hallie are already in an alliance.
Cool.
Like I don't know why he confessed that to me, but he just did. I think he was nervous, but
that's a good person to have on our side. So he spills the beans.
And he was like,
What's really interesting is Brady actually like immediately was trying to talk to Jackie and I. He came by us in the dining center and he sat with us. And I think that it came from a place, I could just tell it came from a place of like being a nervous freshman, being like, I don't want a target on my back. Like I need to align myself with these, like the seniors as soon as possible. Jackie and I are RAs, so we're very good at being like the, how are you? Like, let's get to know you, like the personal thing. And we felt like that's a pretty good strength of ours because if you can connect with someone on an emotional level, like they're gonna trust you and therefore they're gonna be an ally in this game.
Yeah. Well, I think if we lose, we need to talk to Brady and be like, hey, like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Like,
we can even plant those seeds before we lose.
Oh
though.
yeah, and we can be like, we really enjoyed getting lunch with you. Like.
Yeah. Do you want to get lunch again?
Yeah.
The challenge went really well for us. We won. It was very close. I was one of the people catching the things on the cardboard, and I was not very good at that. But I think that ended up being okay because Big H was very good at it.
Cause like I really like Anissa
Well, they're all
too.
at Dunkin' Donuts right now, also.
That's just Anthony, Jess,
Oh,
and
okay.
Brady.
Okay, but still, that's like 3 people.
I know.
Getting closer.
Well, and I think we can get Anissa.
Yeah. Oh, totally. She's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like all of them,
Yeah.
but I'm just nervous that because I think that like, do you think that one of us would have a chance of going home if our team lost?
I feel like they might think that we're. I think the only reason that they would do that is if they thought that they were trying to break us up because like they know, like I think they can tell that we're friends. Like we're literally like friends from before, so it's like easy.
I think no one wants to rattle anyone the first week because no one wants to be the first one to throw a name out because that kind of puts a target on your back.
Like, who would you vote off if we had lost?
That's really hard.
Me and Austin were chit-chatting, and we kind of want to work with Jess because we think Jess is a strong player, and I think we both think it would be good to have her on our side, and we just like her in general, so we're like, that would be cool if we were all buddies.
Yeah, I feel like our alliance should be me, you, Hallie, Brady, and Jess if we can swing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? I think that we should swing Brady and Hallie if we need to, but I think we should start with Jess. Like try to get Jess with us.
Because I feel like Brady and Hallie like are easier to sway.
We win immunity because Anthony and Jess came in clutch, risk it for the biscuit. So that was great that I didn't have to vote someone out. I didn't have to go to tribal council first because that was my biggest fear, getting voted out first. So I avoided that.
I fully think that Finn was the most pissed, specifically because he got switched teams. So he was on the we'll call the winning team for now. But and then he got switched, and he's not happy about it.
Yeah, he like rolled his eyes when he saw us. I was like, damn, okay.
After the challenge, I get breakfast with Anthony and Jess at Dunkin' Donuts, and we click, we vibe. And so we kind of form a little informal, we're gonna associate with each other.
I didn't realize it was gonna get this serious so soon, but like...
If he's having such a stink
But you
face
know
about
what? It. Don't hate the players.
Hate the game.
Yeah. If he's having such a bad attitude about it, maybe the other team will just vote him out.
Yeah.
Honestly, they probably would. I think we've got a really strong team. I think we've got a lot of communication happening. I can feel an alliance happening with Anthony and Brady, and Pally's just kind of tagging along in whatever Brady tells her to do. So as long as I can get Brady to do what I want him to do, I've kind of got a squad happening. We're in Dunkin'. It's the four of us. We've just won our challenge, and the other team is right there. They're like all standing here, and I'm standing here with our immunity idol. Woo! Pretty crazy.
Still high.
Yeah,
we're
so
so
good.
good.
We're good.
We're
It
did
really
team
well. We were
breakfast.
so close. We were like a second behind.
It was,
It was really close.
If we had to lose, this was the way to lose this round.
We lost as champions. We lost as a team. We lost as champions.
We lost together.
Yes. So, you know,
I think
teams
we're-
that lose together stick together.
And we're genuinely sad about having to lose someone.
Yeah.
which I
I
think is
know.
like,
We don't wanna
why-
vote anyone
we
off.
should have won. It's more fair.
Fatia lost, and we lost by like 2 seconds. It was very disappointing lose, but it was also really fun, and the adrenaline was pumping. And the end result is that we have to go to tribal council tomorrow, and one of us has to leave.
We're missing Anna. She's at a callback.
Good luck to her.
Yes.
Yes,
True.
good luck to Anna having a callback. What else?
So, yeah, how do we feel about how the challenge went, guys? We tried really hard.
We did
our
try
best.
really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, like they said, it's like all these challenges are like based on risk and stuff, so it's like,
Yeah.
it was so close.
Yeah, so our tribe met for breakfast. We'd already planned to meet for breakfast after the challenge, and it actually ended up being pretty good that we met after because we had to talk about who we were voting off. Anna had told us that she wouldn't be coming because Anna had a callback, which isn't her fault, and like that's just like very unfortunate timing because it's the first challenge. Okay, so obviously Anna's not here. That's
That
what
would
we
be the
said
easy
like
choice.
right before. Yeah, which like, I mean it sucks because we don't like nothing bad has happened yet.
Yeah.
So none of us like are like, oh, like
This person.
this
needs to
person
go.
sucks. Like
which is
get
funny 'cause
out.
in the last, like in the past seasons, there's always been one person who like labels himself as like
Yeah.
the enemy.
Have any of you like talked to Anna like one-on-one?
No.
No.
She is a freshman, right?
She is a
Yeah.
freshman.
Okay.
So I talked
And
to her
you're,
yesterday.
You're not a freshman, are you?
No.
So she is the only
She's the
freshman.
only freshman. I mean, we all kind of agreed like Anna's not here. We should vote together as a tribe, so we should probably take out Anna.
We've literally thought about
You guys, we're gonna have Marlon now, so that's gonna be
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
right.
I like him.
So yeah, we're replacing Anna with Marlon. Is pretty much what this.
Which I think is
Which
a-
is I actually think is a good choice.
A good choice.
It's not her fault, but bad move. Like, you really don't want your team to be meeting without you, because if we have to vote someone off, we're obviously gonna vote off the person who's not there, because like that's the easiest. And then we kind of like broke off, and like everyone kind of went their own way. Like Maddie and Zach went upstairs to the max, and everyone else was splitting off, and it was just. And then I got a text from Madison, and it was like just 3 people in a group chat, and I didn't even know who it was because I don't have everyone's contacts in. And I was like, what? And so I went up to her and I was like, did you want to talk about something? And she was like, oh yeah, like me, you, and Max, like let's go talk somewhere.
We're voting off Anna. It's not anything personal, obviously.
We do love her.
Yeah.
Is there something like specific you wanted to talk about?
No, not really. I just feel like
I mean, is this an alliance? Right
that's
here?
what I
Is that what's
that's
going
what
on right here? Okay.
I just feel like I can trust both of you, like, because I
Yeah.
sort of know you, and like I just feel like I can trust you. So
I'm a
We'll call it
trustable
the
person.
sophomore alliance.
yeah. Also, okay. I was thinking like we're all sophomores, but also I don't. Finn scares me.
Yes,
Finn's
a little bit.
I know
I'm
I know
intimidated
Finn
by
pretty
Finn.
because one of his really good friends was my roommate last year. So I know Finn, and Finn is definitely one of the more
That's
dangerous
funny
people.
because
Okay.
one of my friends was Finn's roommate. We're all terrified of Finn. He is so scary. So we talked about that and the dynamic of like should we keep Finn or do we want to try and get him out? Should we like work with him?
Just very like smart. He knows how to do. He knows social circles. Like he knows
does.
how to. He knows
I feel
how to work
like he's
people.
very socially manipulative.
And it's like freaking me out.
And like that's definitely a strength for him.
And they all got really antsy about getting Finn out because they think Finn's a real big danger. And I'm gonna be honest, Finn's not as much of a danger as everyone thinks because they all think Finn's a danger because he's really tall, he's got a shaved head, and he has a very neutral expression. As someone who knows Finn, I know he's just a sweet guy that has a neutral expression.
Do we want to get Finn out as soon as possible, or
I'm wondering because 3 votes is a powerful thing.
The thing is though is that he is going to be such a big help on the challenges because Finn is smart. Finn
he did really well
he
today.
Is skilled with his hands.
We're just gonna have to wait till the next.
I think we need it. I think
It's solely the fact that he scares me. Like I'm sorry, Finn, you're so intimidating. Like I just don't. I just don't know what you're thinking ever. I don't know if you hate all of us or like what. I just don't.
No, he's a sweet guy. Like he's a sweet guy. He's a nice guy. He knows how social.
I feel like he just knows how to play the game.
So I'm gonna use their fear of Finn, and I convince them to let him into the alliance, so that I have someone that will have my back once things go away from team and go more individual. It's not gonna be a 3-person alliance where the 2 girls know each other and I don't know them that well. I have a person on my side, and they have 2 people on theirs.
I just love the get lit sign in the back. It's like perfect. Can we just highlight get lit?
Get lit.
Survivor Boston. We should start like chanting that when we go. Get lit. We kind of decided that we were gonna be an alliance, like the 3 of us, and we're gonna call ourselves. I think it's pronounced like the Mirai, like the Fates of like. The Greek world. We thought it was really clever. And so we're like kind of like gonna protect our own backs for now, like the 3 of us. And I think that's a really good move on all of our parts because like 3 is a force when it comes to voting, you know what I mean?
I don't know people's names yet, so
You don't know people on our team?
I don't know everyone's names, so I might just be like, girl with short hair, girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just, if you do know everyone's names?
On our team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I know everyone's names?
Yeah.
Okay. That's my homework. I'll learn for next time.
The only person I met up with was Big H because we're working together. Right when we left the Paramount Center, I had to run to a soccer game, but we were walked out and we just looked at each other and we were like, do you want to work together? Do you want to work together? And it just like clicked. So I'm sitting there typing in the max and Brady walks in from our team with the blue hair.
Okay,
long
blue
blue hair.
Yeah.
He's also a freshman. And he's like, oh my god, like, hey, like I'm glad I ran into you. And he started talking to me about strategy and then he's like, do you want to film something right now? And I was like, I guess, because like I didn't want to say no. So then I was literally talking to Brady last night for 24 minutes.
Oh my god,
I did not want to talk to Brady. I didn't. I was there doing work and I didn't want to strategize. We hadn't had our first competition. So I was speaking in like very broad terms.
Yeah, like.
And then he just texted me like 10 minutes ago and said, hey, want to meet later? I got some news. And so I'm assuming the news is from Jackie? But I don't know. And he's not going to tell me over text, but I don't know what the news could be.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Why does he have news already?
Exactly.
We just basically solidified that we would like stay loyal to each other. I'm not exactly sure why we picked each other, but we're a pretty tight alliance that I don't think people know about. So like I feel like I'm going to have to meet Brady and be like, yo, what's the news?
Yeah, okay, here's what I think.
We were just playing with the numbers. We weren't exactly sure who we wanted to work with.
For sure, I think his name's Christopher. Do we have a Christopher on our team?
Wait, what does he look like?
Anthony. Okay, Anthony and then the girl with the short hair. Jess. They both knew each other before here too, because this morning they gave each other a big hug and they were like, oh yeah, we were OLLs together. I was like, sus.
Hallie's Brady's mentor.
Okay, so they're together.
They hugged each other this
And then
morning.
Austin, and so everyone has 2s. We're 2s too, but they're not gonna know that,
No.
okay?
Oh yeah, everyone does have a partner.
Y'all don't know about our partners though.
Yeah, no, that's why I tried not to talk to you too much this morning.
Yeah, me too, girl. Same page. I was like, oh hi. How's
Yeah, but I like keep it all normal. On our tribe, everyone seems to have it too, like that they previously know each other, except me and Big H. So Jess and Anthony, Austin and Jackie, and then Hallie and Brady, they all know each other. So when we were thinking about numbers and like what side we wanted to be on, we just wanted to make sure that we weren't the bottom 2.
Because like everyone else, I feel like I'm gonna play a fake game and be like, yeah, we need to work together. But for you, like, girl, I owe you. You picked me.
Yeah.
Like legit.
Okay, but just so you know, if I was picked earlier, I was gonna pick you.
Oh,
anyway.
thank you.
Like
Honestly.
I'm dead serious.
Okay, yeah, like, cause legitly, like, our conversation was like good and stuff. I was like, I vibe with her, so I was like, it was fine.
It wasn't like a final one, like, oh, Marlon or
Yeah.
Big H. But then I think I said your name too fast. I think I should have taken more time yesterday when I picked it.
Mhm.
But it's fine.
It's fine. No, I don't think anyone noticed. Like.
Okay, good.
The first day I actually got Anissa's number and I texted her saying like, listen, thank you for picking me. I really want to work together because I feel like I owe you something.
I was thinking is maybe we can make an alliance, like a 4-person alliance with Brady and Hallie, just to keep the numbers good.
Brady definitely likes me because we're both freshmen.
Okay, good.
Because we were the first people to actually walk on set and we were like, oh my god, they're freshmen. He talked to me last night and now he's texting me. I don't know how much I trust Brady because he's already saying all this stuff to me when I didn't also say like, yeah, I'd like to work with you.
Yeah.
But I know that we would be on the same page. And he's obviously going to tell me news, so he obviously trusts me.
Exactly.
Which is cool. Like, I would never go behind his back, but like if it just works out like that.
Yeah. Anissa and I are very loyal to each other, so she tells me that she's already met with Brady before and that people are thinking about working together. And my name was never in the conversation, but she would try to add my name.
By the way, he texted me and said, I have big news, or you said I have news.
Yeah.
So we're meeting about it now.
So you know how I got breakfast with Anthony and Jess, right? We went to Dunkin's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the news is I'm really liking them.
Jess and Anthony.
Yes, because I'm getting good vibes from them and I think they're open to working with me. And she was like, yeah, no, I like Anissa, I like Hallie.
Yeah.
And so then the two of them were like, you know, that's 5, that's majority on the tribe.
So it's Jess, Anthony, you, me, Hallie.
Yeah.
That's 5, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's an easy 5. Are they okay working with me?
Yeah, they said they liked you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they said they got good vibes from you, and I told them like I had spoken with you, and I'd also gotten good vibes, so I think they're on board. Have you spoken with Big H? Are you good with it?
No, we didn't speak in private, but like he told me like after I picked him, he was like, thanks so much.
You should like try and
talk to Big H.
Yeah, cause like, I don't think he doesn't talk to that many people in the tribe.
Mm-mm.
So I think
he doesn't. He's like me and him like came in not really having a 2.
Yeah.
You know.
So like you could talk about that and bring that up
with Jess, like with the 5, like see how he feels about that.
Maybe not like the 5, just now because I don't think Anthony and Jess know about Big H. Like I also started talking about Austin and Jackie and how like
they're together.
They're together. And like Jess said that Austin also knows people on the other side, like he knows Swetha.
No,
like
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I don't like the seniors.
I don't like the seniors either. They
Like-
know too many people already.
Yeah.
Austin's okay. He's also a very nice person. But I'm not so hot about him because he's a little more standoffish. He keeps things closer to his chest.
I don't want to vote Austin out first if we lost.
What did Austin do today?
He was a thrower. Like he didn't do anything wrong in the challenge. It's just like I'm thinking.
I have also heard / found out that he has connections to other people on Fatia. Like I know he knew Swetha pre-game. And so that's been a very big concern.
I think he's a senior. He knows too many people. He's not like a huge like big competitor. Like I don't.
Yeah, like we have like I mean you're like I think like yeah.
Austin's way too connected to Fatia and Jackie's way too connected to Austin, so they're way too much of a question mark for us to really trust if they'd be loyal to us.
Me, Jess, and Anthony went to Dunkin'. and the 3 of us really clicked.
Great.
Like we were getting along, we were vibing, and we were talking about stuff, and we were talking a lot about the other team.
Brady and I met up. He actually is way more tuned in, I guess, with alliances and Katai than I am. So I was really thankful to be able to talk to him.
Well, they want to talk about working with Marlon. Like they want him to be like a spy on the other team for us.
But we don't know if he's gonna be on our team yet.
He's gonna be on the other team.
Okay.
So like Jess is like, I know Marlon though, so I'm gonna talk to him and use him to get information about the other team.
That's kind of crazy. I feel like that's not a very good idea. Like I know Marlon too, and it's not that I can't trust him, but I don't trust him in this situation. I don't know. I think he would be like a two-faced spy.
And like what like kind of information do you think he's gonna give us? Like what information do you think would be valuable? Like, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what any of the challenges are. So like, I think the best that having a spy on the inside can do for us is maybe just give us some information that we won't know what to do with.
But here's where the good news comes in concerning us. So, because as Jess was talking about it, we were like, okay, so the three of us. And then I was like, I know Hallie, I like her, she could work with us, and Jess and Anthony were like, okay. And then I also mentioned Anissa, the other freshman. And I was like, and she seems cool too. And they were like, yeah, we like Anissa. She seems like a chill dude. And so then they were like, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. That's a majority on our team. We would control the vote. We didn't really like Austin and Jackie that much, or they just seemed kind of.
We don't?
Well, Jess, Anthony, and I were talking.
Oh, bruh. I like everyone on the team, really.
It's just like, from a gameplay perspective, he apparently knows people on the other team, like he knows Swetha, because like.
Well, yeah, because they're all in FSL together.
Yeah, and so they were like, and so like they're apparently, so according to Jess, like she heard that apparently they want to like work together, and so like when Jess and Anthony heard that, they were like, that's concerning,
I guess that is concerning. Brady was talking about starting an alliance with Anissa, Anthony, and Jess. Austin could be a threat to Katai later in the game just because he's so close with Swetha, and I don't know, that really intimidated us. We kind of thought that like, oh, Austin doesn't have our best interest at heart.
Maddie Hoffman is a very smart person. She and I, she's literally my little sister in Kappa, and so I was like, oh my god, like, love that. She might not necessarily be the strongest person when it comes to physical challenges, but she knows how to play this game and knows how to manipulate what she to get what she wants. And we still talk a lot, but no one else really knows that.
Madison was the first one to speak up, and she was like, Anna's not here, and then we all were kind of like, if it's not me, I don't really care who goes home. So then we kind of decided on Anna.
So from the first opening day, I didn't trust Madison. Probably 20 seconds into sitting down, Madison goes, well, we all know who's not here right now. And the rest of our tribe was there except for Anna because she had a callback. So none of us were in a place to say no. So she kind of made that decision for us on the spot. After we left, I saw Max, Carly, and Madison all go up to one of the dorms in Piano Row, and I thought, well, that's weird because 1, Madison doesn't live in that dorm building, and 2, why would they need to be talking when there should be nothing else to talk about if we already decided what's going on?
I think you should go.
Oh, Madison is my #1 target.
She's a strong competitor. You need her out because she's going to take all of them
So
out.
she's like, I know that she is, but I know that she has Max, Finn, and Carly.
I figured out clearly they have an alliance of some sort. Okay, well, Madison has to go, obviously.
So basically, I was talking to Austin, and I was just comparing notes, and I was saying we're gonna send Anna home, but I don't want to send Anna home because she's not on his side. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think Madison was thinking the same thing, and I saw her go into P row with Max and Carly, and I was like, that's interesting. And then I was talking to Austin, and I was like, I want to try and get Madison out because I want to tell Anna about it, so then me, you, Swetha, and Anna can vote for someone on their side, because otherwise she's going to keep picking us off.
I think Maddie's my closest ally at this point, but she started to get suspicious of Madison. Madison, Carly, and Max are right now a tight trio, and Finn and Anna were kind of on the outside.
Like, the only thing about Anna that I was concerned with was, like, she doesn't, like, maybe know the game as well, and she's younger or whatever, so, like, maybe that would make her, like, once she figures out how to really play this, she would be like, oh, fun, let's flop sides and, like, mix things up.
Yeah.
Which could be worrisome, but, like, I think she's cool. I really trust. I don't know if I trust her, but, like...
I wouldn't trust her 100%, but I think that we can sway her.
But-
if we
and-
tell her that Madison said that.
And of the people on this tribe that I don't trust, it's Carly, Max, and Madison.
And then Finn texts me, and he's like, hey, I have tea for you. And then we meet up at a party later that night.
Perfect.
Hi.
Hello.
We're at a party right now.
We are.
This is my room. That's my brick wall. They don't care. They really will cut this out immediately.
Okay, so I get a text after my...
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Max Tedford asked me to... Did he ask you too?
No.
He was like, you need to come over. He's like, we should talk strategy. So I was like, alright, like, let's see. He brought me to his room and was like, he's like, come over to my suite. And I was like, okay. Like, and he's like, we should be in an alliance together. And I was like,
no.
I said yes, but I'm not planning on...
Good. Okay, so here's the tea on this.
Here's the thing.
And I don't, like, I'm not jumping the gun or anything. It's just, Maddie is playing this really hard, and I like that for now because she's taking the attention off of us, right?
Yeah. Except here's the thing. Max told me that the other people on her team and people on the other team were like, we're gonna vote Finn off. The people he was in an alliance with were like, we're gonna vote Finn off. But then he was like, no, we're gonna keep Finn because we're in an alliance.
Was that his ploy to be like, I'm saving you, dude?
I think from an outside perspective, Max probably was like, oh yeah, I can pull Finn in. Because Max knows Andrew, like, Max knows Finn's best friend because they were freshman year roommates. Little did they know, though, that Finn and I are very close. And so he was an easy pull.
Me,
I feel like you mean Sweta and Maddie.
Maddie, for sure, 4. And then we need a 5th because right now it's this, so we have Anna.
Oh, so we have Anna. So I don't even have
we
to
don't
talk
want
to
Max. Max, I
don't want Max either. I don't want Max either, but I'm still
But if
gonna...
we need him,
I'm gonna,
absolutely.
I'm literally gonna play him.
Carly,
I'm
I
playing
don't
him like
trust
a fucking...
for a literal minute.
I am literally Max Tedford, like I'm scamming him right now, I think.
So when Max reached out to do like an alliance, I was willing to kind of see what he had to say and like join his team, but like I kind of knew going into meeting with Max that I would be basically telling whatever Max said to Zach because I trust him a lot more than I trust Max. Because Max also told me that Madison was the one that wanted to send me home.
Could absolutely make it.
Should make it.
Should it be that where there's no tribe swaps and we keep losing?
Yeah.
We could be a final.
I
we could be a
agree.
final 3 of Fatia or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
Fatia.
I think it's Fatia.
I think it's Fatia.
Alright.
Sorry, Charlie.
We thought about actually keeping Anna, siding with Anna, and having her vote with us to maybe vote out Zach or Maddie because they're a strong alliance already. And we thought maybe if we could get rid of one of them, it breaks another alliance. And Anna, because she's a freshman and doesn't really know anyone, we felt like it would be easy to get her to side with us.
I'm scared. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Like, it's just a show, so I'm trying to not stress out about it. True.
Have you talked to anyone else from the tribe? Okay.
Have you?
I mean, just when we like met at breakfast yesterday,
Okay.
and we all kind of agreed like, there's no one specifically who did anything wrong.
Yeah, that's why
So-
it's so hard. Because if one person like dropped the ball or whatever, it'd be like, okay, sorry. But
Yeah. Do you have anyone in mind yet, or you just don't even know?
I mean, I was trying to think like challenge-wise.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like maybe like Swetha or something, just because it came down to the puzzle. It was like we were so close.
I am a little afraid of Finn. He goes just because he's quieter, so I don't really like know what he's thinking.
Yeah. So are you thinking about Finn? Is that like what you're thinking about for tonight?
Not really. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see like where you were, what you were thinking.
Because like I mean, if you're going with Finn, I can jump on that. But because I
don't
really
know
don't
about
know.
numbers though, because majority. I think that she is only talking to me right now and thinks that I might be her only like ally in the game so far. So I have no idea who she would want to vote off.
So basically, we're at breakfast, and I literally thought we were just getting breakfast. Like, I didn't think we were going to talk strategy or anything like that, because we also were like all together. But basically, like, we sat down, and like within 3 seconds, Madison's like, "Well, I don't want to say it, but we all know who's not here right now." And I was like, and none of us could say anything because it was everyone else on the tribe. Like, none of us could be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then she kind of, which I thought was like sus that she was so boldly within those 3 seconds, like
when we had planned the breakfast to like bond as a team.
Exactly. I literally did not think I was gonna talk strategy because I was like, clearly nothing is gonna happen if like we're all together, you know what I mean? But then she just like made that remark, and then no one, like I don't think everyone was like on board, but I don't think anyone could like say anything in that moment.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Cause like
that's weird.
I honestly think that she is like a huge threat. You know what I mean?
Maddie reached out to me saying that something had happened at breakfast and my name had come up, so she wanted to let me know what was going on. And so Maddie came over to my house or my dorm, and she let me know that Madison had kind of just straight out said, "We all know who's not here right now at breakfast." And Maddie felt that that was unfair because I had a legitimate reason not to be there, and she also thought it was very abrupt for Madison to already be making a team decision on who was going to leave. And so I was very grateful for Maddie to tell me this.
If Madison is trying to, because Madison has never really approached me. She's like, no, she's been like pretty friendly with me, and like talked to me, but I think that she would try to like pick us off one by one, you know what I mean? And I essentially was framing it in a way that I have Anna's best interest in mind, and I want Anna to stay, and I don't think Madison can be trusted. So Anna told me everything from her perspective about Madison approaching her about having an alliance, which confirmed my suspicions on that.
I have a few other conversations to have today. I want to see the other, my other members of my team's reaction to what Madison said and also what their thought process is. And I'm excited and nervous to make the decision tonight.
I like don't know what to do. It's like it's scary to make like a big power move right at the beginning and like try to vote off someone who like has established herself as an alpha.
But is that the smartest thing to do? Because, you know, it kind of removes the threat of someone who's trying to be sneaky or trying to be like suspicious.
Exactly.
It's kind of like shocking to hear at first that it was like, oh, Anna should go home. I was like, oh, whoa, okay, we're real now. We're here. We're at this point in time. I'm excited. I don't really know what's gonna go down, but it'll be sad no matter what happens.
Exactly. Like it is like rough.
There's like power in the majority versus trying to single yourself out as someone who like wants to vote people off one by one. So what all she wants is to remain in the majority, like stick together as a tribe until the tribes merge. So I firmly believe right now that she's someone who I can trust and who will be honest with me and who will be super, super loyal and work as hard as she can every challenge. So I'm unsure about Finn still. Like I've gotten reassurance from Maddie, from Zach, that he is someone that we can trust, but I'm just really unsure. Like he could be someone who sways to the other side.
Is there people that like you're like kind of getting like weird vibes from like people on our team that like?
The only person that I would say I'm getting weird vibes from, which is the same person before this all happened that I was planning on voting off, was Max.
Was Max.
Well, and that wasn't even like weird vibes. It was mostly like, because I was planning on making it this challenge as who didn't help the most.
That's true.
Because like
but
that's
it ended
what
up being
it ended up being dramatic.
Like, very. People are full on screaming.
I think one of the pros of getting rid of Anna would probably be because she's a freshman. It doesn't really seem like she has a great grasp of like the game and like the people in the game, because for a lot of us I know the people who are playing, and so I think it would be super hard to come into this game as a freshman because it's a small school. You kind of, even if you don't know people personally, you kind of like a sense for who they are and like the vibe they have, and I think it takes time to sort of figure that out, and I don't think she has it yet because she's a freshman and she's so new to the school.
I wish that we could just have had an easy vote the first time.
I know.
Clearly Finn is trying to play the middle. Like he's not just doing this for the better of us. He's doing it because it's his way of easily playing both sides.
Yeah.
So even though I don't fully trust him, but I'm going to for the moment. Just 'cause, but I think if we were to not have the numbers one week, I think he would jump ship and go to the other side. It's crazy drawing a line in the sand this early and doing a power move,
and it's not a position that I personally wanted to be in, especially the first week. I essentially am lying to every person that I am talking to right now. There's no one person that I've told the 100% truth with, because I do have things on the side, as I'm sure other people do.
Alright, and now bringing in Marlon. Marlon was not picked for a tribe. He will not be sitting in on this tribal council before he joins your tribe.
Hi, Marlon. What's up, guys?
Alright, so usually in the game of Survivor, fire represents your life, but since we can't have fire in a studio or anywhere on campus, in this game, your buff represents your life. And when you are voted off, we take your buff and we drown it in a bucket of water. Alright, so, Maddie. At the beginning of the game...
I'm ready for it, Charlie.
So what do you think the morale of your tribe has been?
I think that after the competition, we were all pretty proud of ourselves because it was super close and there's nothing that we could really do to influence what the other team did. It's unfortunate that we're in this position, but I think we're still strong as a unit regardless.
Madison, at the beginning of the game, you and Finn were switched over to this tribe from Katai. As newcomers, does that put you guys at any sort of disadvantage coming into the tribal council?
I don't really think it puts us at a disadvantage. I hope it doesn't. I was only with the old tribe for a very short amount of time, and then I feel like I bonded more with this tribe.
I don't think we really had like enough time to really bond with the other team before.
Like we took a picture, but like that was it. I don't know. I wouldn't say I like feel super confident. Like that definitely could be like a factor, but I like this tribe better.
Zach, you guys were 1 second away from winning the challenge. How frustrating is that?
Fairly, Charlie. Fairly frustrating. Yeah, it's not because we did put in like our best effort and we worked really well as a team, so it sucks that we have to vote someone out for essentially no reason.
So Carly, if everyone put in their best effort, how do you decide who to vote off tonight?
So you gave me the hard question. I think that's what we're all wondering. We haven't really come to a decision, so I guess we'll wait and see. I don't know if that was an answer, but...
Swetha, wait and see. Is that good enough for you?
I don't know. It's so early in the show. I mean, we just met each other like 2 days ago. I feel like I'm still just getting to know everyone, and it's crazy that we already have to vote someone off.
Max, do you think alliances have started to form at this point in the game?
I don't know. Jeez, I haven't really thought about that. Now that you bring that up, ooh, maybe I should have been. Maybe. Ooh, I guess that's possible. That's how this game's played.
And so Swetha's talking about how everyone's been very positive tribe, and Max is talking about, oh, I don't know if there's alliances yet. So then how do you decide who to vote off tonight?
I think at this point of the game, it's still very much a team effort, and so the only way we could even vote off someone is by going off the performance in the challenge, and maybe, like Swetha said, we met each other 2 days ago, so we're trying to get to know each other, and I love all of you guys already. Like, we're already such a team, and so I think that the only way we can really choose is by trying to assess who might disrupt that vibe going forward.
So then Maddie, who might disrupt that vibe, or who didn't perform well in the challenge?
Charlie, what is I mean, I am not necessarily going off of that. I know who I'm voting out, but it's really not anything personal. It's just that we are put in a position where we have to vote someone out, and that's the end of it.
So Zach, with this theme of the season being risk or taking risks, how much does risk play into this tribal council tonight?
A lot. I think because it's so early on, it's a risk in and of itself to vote anyone off. Like, you could be voting off someone who you potentially could have developed a really good relationship with, and then the people you choose to side with end up biting you in the butt. But I think risk will always be a part of this game, and this season more so than ever. So,
Madison, what do you hope will come out of this tribal council to this tribe?
Well, for one, I hope that this inspires us to win our challenge this week, so we don't have to do this again. And more team unity, like we'll get to know each other better, and now that Marlon will be joining us, we can establish a new unity.
So here's a question we usually ask at every tribal council. Who feels safe tonight? Raise your hand. Feels safe. Finn, why do you think that is?
Yeah, honestly, because it's so early, and because there isn't really a clear person that did bad in the challenge, so really at this point it's people's personal views on how the rest of us have been doing so far. So I think it goes without saying that all of us probably feel nervous because it really could go any which way. It makes me nervous personally.
All right, it is time to vote. Swing them, start.
I wrote down Anna's name, and I'm so sorry. You're really nice.
So I'm choosing Madison because she began to form alliances in a point where we felt like she wasn't being a team player.
I want to keep my alliance members on their toes a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass.
Alright, I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Anna. Madison. It's one vote Madison, one vote Anna. Anna. It's two votes Anna. Carly. It's one vote Carly, two votes Anna, one vote Madison. Madison. We're tied. Two votes Madison, two votes Anna. Madison. That's three votes Madison. First person voted out of Survivor Boston, Palamedes. Madison.
Oh my gosh.
Madison, need you to bring me your buff.
Okay.
Madison, tribe has spoken.
Okay.
Go ahead and head out. Well, to me, that already looked like you guys are already starting to take risks. And it's only going to get harder from here. Before you guys head out, Marlon, here's your buff. You will be joining Fatia. You are now part of their tribe. Alright. You guys are all set? Head on out.
Next time on Survivor Boston, Carly and Max adjust after a brutal blindside.
I'm really shocked. I thought the plan was
vote out Anna?
Yeah. And another Temple of Risk complicates the game.
I'm sad it's over so fast, but it was a cool opportunity to like be part of the cast. Yeah, I wish my tribe the best of luck in the upcoming challenge, and if I have any regrets, maybe not talking to everybody. I didn't talk to everyone after just one when our whole team got together. I only talked to them, so I might have tried to talk to other people more.